Let's get her back. Right guys, welcome back to Only Carp, and here we are on a new series that I'm going to be doing on a new lake. We're going to call it the Secret Lake. Reason being is not a lot of people fish it, and I know there's a big common in here for definite. There's a lot of other big fish in here, but there's a big common in here, which will be my PB, UK PB common. I'm not going to be naming the lake. So yeah, I'm going to be doing, it's days only here, so I'm going to be getting here first thing in the morning, just before light, silently putting them rods out, and then leaving on the night and coming back. I only live about 15 minutes away from here, so it's not too difficult for me to get here. So, me and Wayne come up here the weekend. We come on the Saturday, there was spawning. We come on the Sunday, the spawning had stopped. On the Saturday, what we noticed is they was darting around all close in the edge in pairs, and then they was spawning right down the other end. We come again Sunday, and they weren't spawning, and I had a full bucket of bait. I'll go through that with you in a minute, the mix I've got. A full bucket of bait, and I did find some spots over by the island, some gravel spots, but this place is choked with weed. Normally, and probably further into the summer, that weed will go right to the surface, and it's difficult to get the fish back through it, to be honest. So I know they do come in the edge here, like I said, it's not fished that often, so they're not spooky about coming into the edge. I've watched them in the edge plenty of times before. So to the left and to the right I found nice clean gravel. So when we was here Sunday, I had a full bucket. We're on Tuesday now. I had a full bucket of this mix, and I put half a bucket each side. What the plan is, while I'm here, what you seen me do earlier, I'm just going to literally put a handful of bait in while I'm fishing here, and when I'm not fishing, so when I leave, I'll stick another bucket in. So I'll get them coming to that spot used to trying to find food there, but when I'm actually fishing, hopefully if they're getting on it, there's not going to be a lot of bait there for them to be eating, so hopefully I can snare a fish. I think there's probably 40 carp in here, but one real big one that I definitely know of. There's probably carp in here that haven't been caught before, I would assume, because not a lot of people fish it, but and it's hard fishing because it's really weedy. So yeah, just getting them clear spots. What I've done is I've pulled the bivvy back, so I'm not I'm not too close to the water. I'm not making any noise. The pressure's really low at the minute. We're teetering on just under 1,000 to 1,000 for the next couple of days. So I'll be coming for the next 2 days. I'll do another two day sessions here after today. So we'll see how we get on. I'm definitely confident of a fish. And then watching them spawning on Saturday, there was some lumps in here, some real nice ones. So definitely loving it, and nobody comes down here. You see the odd angler that comes and fishes on the surface on their warm days, but apart from that, I think I've only seen 2 guys properly fishing it, and I ended up talking to them. I'm friends with them both now, so that's it. It's the only people that I know that are fishing it, or that have fished it, and this was last season. You can't really get down here during the winter. It's probably only the last week when you've been able to drive and actually get to here, because the track coming up to it's dodgy, to say the least. And it was waterlogged. It was probably 3 foot. The water was 3 foot higher, and you've got to drive across a lot of grass. So unless you've got a 4x4, I think you're pissing in the wind really and trying to get down here. So yeah, So we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm definitely confident with fish. Right, so these are the 2 rigs to go out. I've got clean bottom out there, smooth gravel. So I'm on my loops and booms rig. I've actually showed this rig to Josh, and it's now become his favourite rig. We've paused the video right there because we want to put something to bed, and it is this rig that Kieran's claiming that he's given to Josh, and it's this wonder rig probably, you know, he's catching on it. But yeah, we wanted to expose Kieran a little bit behind the scenes that you viewers would never see this. So what did he ask you to do, Josh?
Well, he voice noted me, basically asking me how to show him how to tie it.
So like a how-to video for noddies, basically.
Just like that, just a personal how-to,
right?
Because he kept tangling up on it.
Okay, so obviously we've got proof of that, so we're going to play that right now. See if you can video your time on for me, mate. Right, so there you go. You just heard that first hand. Well, third hand. You've heard it, and I've heard it. So you've heard that third hand. So yeah, you then made a video for him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which obviously Josh has passed that on to me now, so we're going to play that right now.
So I've got my loop, and then that's the rig I just tied to go straight through, and I just put the hook through that bit. So the hook goes past that bit back over the hook. Done. No.
So there's the video then, viewers, and yeah, this confident guy, you know, that you all see on camera, so he then gloated about it in another voice note to you, didn't he, Josh?
Yeah,
he did. And guess what, we've got that voice note as well.
I've even done a little piece on it saying that I'm on my loops and booms rig, and I showed it Josh, and it's now become Josh's favourite rig.
Right, so there you go. We put that to bed. Obviously, Kieran, you're seeing this for the first time, so shame on you, son. Shame on you.
Yeah.
But
need any more tips? Just ask.
Yeah, just ask us. You know, just have it out in the open where you get your tips from, and then we won't have to expose you like this again. But he is a bit of a lad, isn't he?
He is a lad. Yeah.
So yeah, now we've exposed the truth. On with the video. Right, so I've got. I'm on the target up and off now for a little bit. It comes in second place to seeded plum, but it is just as effective, so I'm going to try and prove that. So I've got half a target up and offy boosted bottom bait with a white topper. I've gone with a white topper because a lot of people don't come and fish here on the bottom. They come for a few hours when it's sunny and fish on the top. So my idea behind that is they're used to seeing white, a bit of red, I know possibly dog biscuits, but that's my theory behind that one. The second one is boosted bottom bait again, half, they're both halves because I've got chops in the mix. With a yellow topper, I've got some maize in the mix as well, so that's my reasoning behind those. So those are what will be going out, and we'll see how they get on. Right, so just to go on to setups, I've got standard lead core, lead clip system on. Now because I'm fishing margins, I'm gonna be fishing slack line, so I want that last, I don't know what it is, 3 foot, 4 foot pin to the deck, and also it gives me that abrasion resistance to fight through the weed if I need to pull them through. So that's it with the bag fed on. So I'll get both of these out now.
swim, what I've done is I've got a shovel. I put a couple of flat spots, put some bricks on there, on that side. Both these rods, one's in this margin, one's in this margin, and both on clean gravel. So depending on which rod goes, I'll be able to land it either this side or this side without interfering with that. The bank's really slippy. I'm whispering because obviously I'm fishing coasting. The water level was right up to here about a month ago, and me and Wayne popped up the weekend. They were spawning, and we both slipped and put our foot in. So yeah, I've made this for now. Obviously there's the actual peg, so it's still got probably a good foot or so to go down yet. So yeah, until then I have to make do with that. But yeah, so the rods are on the dance floor.
Jesus. Right guys, I've had one already. Rods have been in for half an hour, and this is what an angry comment. This is what the power of pre-baiting does. Put a lot of bait in when you enter here and put minimal in when you are, and they're just coming back to visit the spot. And half an hour the rods have been in. I don't think it's a PB common, but it's the best looking common I've ever caught in my life. It might be a PB common. It's spawned out. It's not the big one, I don't think. The big one's got a distinctive mark on the one side, so I'll have a look at that. I'll have a look and see. Oh, it's a smidge over 26. So it might be a bit, to be honest, I don't know my exact weight of my PB common because I wasn't really keeping record of anything under 30, if I'm honest. I think my PB is 26, and this is 26.4, something like that. The needle's just a smidge over. Can't believe it. What a common. Alright. Oh, wow. Just chinned me. Tell you what, the battle on this was immense. You can imagine it's dropped the lead, and it's absolutely tore line off and give me a right, but it took me right down the edge. I had to push the rod out right into the lake. Look at that. I'll tell you what, I don't think I've been this happy to catch a fish in a long time. What with this? Half an hour of fishing. Half an hour of fishing. I'm expecting that other one to go. Whoa! It's so angry. It's not the big one, which is good. It's not the big one, which is good. I'll show you the other side. What a beast. Oh, my back. Yeah. Foul to the half a Tolgan up and off, he boosted bottom bait, tipped with the yellow topper, all from bank bait, Tolgan up and off it. I'm shaking. Jesus. Right, let's get it back. Right, so just to go through the mix with you, what I have got in here is still steaming, is maize. I've got flake maize in here just to soak up all that goodness and get that down to the bottom. I've got hemp, I've got a couple of scoops of tiger nut, and I've got about 2 kilo of tiger nut banoffee chops. See if I can find one. Tiger nut banoffee chops, that's what I'm fishing on the hook. So I've got about 2 kilo of that. What else have I got? And then just some salmon oil, and that's it. So this is what I put out the weekend, and this is what I'm putting out now. But like I said, all I'm doing is I'm doing 2 scoops, about that much, on each rod. So I'm only doing 2 scoops just to give me 2 shots at it in case I don't get it as accurate as I want. So that much, bam, in, and that much again, bam, in, and that's it. So I'm just looking for that fish. Hopefully the fish that have been visiting the area just come in, just have a couple of mouthfuls, and snare one. Right, so just to talk to you about pre-baiting, obviously I showed you the mix then. You don't need to make it that complicated if you're pre-baiting. If you wanted to, you could just get a sack of maize, a sack of dry maize, 11-12 quid, and you just make sure you prepare it correctly, and you could just pre-bait with that. What you're putting in, I mean, you do want to try and get them onto the bait that you're fishing, but if money's an issue for you, you can just get the fish, get them used to just visiting a spot. So you could, in a sense, just come down with buckets of maize and just keep pulling it on the same spot again and again and again, and just getting them fish visiting that spot. And then obviously you can fish with your desired hook baits, or if you haven't got a lot of money, you can only get a kilo of boilies, then you can just fish with your boilie when you come on your session. But yeah, the main thing is just getting them to visit that spot again and again. So don't worry about doing a concoction like I am, but I want the fish to get onto the bait that I'm going to be fishing, as well as coming to the spot. So if you can do that, great. If you can't, don't worry too much. So that's pre-baiting for you. Oh, another thing, like I said, if you're pre-baiting, put a lot in when you're not here and put a little in when you are here. You don't want to be putting bucketfuls in, especially if you've got a low stock like in here, maybe 30-40 carp. I don't want to be fishing on a bucket of bait. I want the loads in when I'm not there and minimal in when I am there, just so you're getting them used to visiting that spot, and they'll come back again, but all you've got is a minimal bit of bait and then your hook bait. Now that is carpy. So guys, we're getting into dusk now on the first day, so that'll be me packed up the next half an hour, and I'll be back in the morning. We'll get here just on first light, not far for me to come, and I'll drop the rods in on the spot. A little trickle of bait in again, and go again. But a successful first day. Come on. Right guys, as you can see, I'm already fishing. Got here, look, just before first light. Rods was already set up. Just lowered both the rods in. And believe it or not, within 10 minutes, I've had another one. I've just got it resting in the sun, just down there. Just wait for the light to get a bit better. I've got the rod back out. On the same rod again, left hand rod. Tiger nut banoffee boosted bottom bait with a yellow topper. Again, tore off again. Hopefully it hasn't messed up the chance for another one. But yeah, before I left last night, put a couple of scoops in each side. And when I got here, I just dropped the rod in and just, again, a quarter of a scoop, 2 quarters of a scoop. And then the rod ripped off within 10 minutes. Right, fish number 2, £19, 14 ounce. We'll give him a little smidge under the £20 mark. Rod weren't in long this morning when this one ripped off. Another lovely dark hammer. Fall into the Tiger Nut Banoffee. Boosted bottom bait from Bank Baits with a yellow topper again. So I haven't switched anything up at the minute. The left one's on the yellow topper, the right one's on the right topper at the minute. I shall let the morning spell get out of the way, and I think I'll change them both to the yellow toppers. Epic battle again. Dropped the lead straight away, so it absolutely tore down this left hand margin. Cracking fish, lovely and dark. Although I do think I've seen a few ghosties lurking about when it was sunny. But yeah, what a fish. Awesome. Right, I've got a coffee on, so I'm going to get her back. Have a chill out. Now that's carpy. Right guys, so I've just redone both rods. I was getting a lot of fish activity on the left hand rod and it wasn't going, so I decided to bring them both in. What I did first is because I knew there was fish there, is I put quarter of a scoop in on both spots just to push them fish out a little bit. Got the rods in, I had everything ready, hooked on new baits with the Tiger Nut Banoffee stick mix, and got them both out and made sure they went down with a crack on both spots, and then flicked another quarter of a scoop in over each rod. So yeah, in fact the right hand rod, I'd lost the lead on the right hand rod. I must have not nicked the tail rubber on quite enough. So I've put on both, I'll put them on just a little bit more now. Should still lose it on the take. Worst comes to worst, if it does get snagged up, which it should do anyway, but even the slightest touch of weed, I think them leads will be gone. But yeah, 99% sure they'll be coming off on the take. So what I've seen today is a lot of water disturbance, which would indicate that they are up in the water. We've got partly cloudy conditions, so some sun, some cloud. I'm not going to change any tactics because I'm happy if I catch of an evening and first thing in the morning. That'll be fine. So I'm coming for tomorrow morning after today. I'm just probably doing a few hours in the morning for that morning spell, and then that's it. That'll be me done here. And next week I'm on the social at Hunters, so I'll stick a lot of bait in now, that whole bucket. Well, tomorrow when I leave, and yeah, it'll be a good week before I'm back. But I am back on the Friday, so I'll probably come down maybe on the Saturday, stick a bucket in with the view of coming on the Monday and starting again. I'm confident of a fish this evening, if not today. Well guys, we're coming to the end of the second day. I'm just coming back tomorrow morning, do a few hours in the morning spell. The weather's not been in our favour today. It was supposed to be cloudy all day, but it's been sunny all day. A little bit of cloud this morning, and then it's been sunny all day, so yeah. Probably got an hour left, I reckon, and then I'll get the rods in, come back, put a little bit of bait out, come back just before first light, get them rods in again, see if I can get one tomorrow morning, and that'll be the end of this session. But yeah, I think now's the best opportunity I've got now that it's cooling down. I'll just wait for that bit of light to drop down and then see if I can get one. I'm not that hopeful, to be honest, but we shall see. Yeah, I've seen a couple cruising around the top, but nothing much on the top, to be honest. There was someone surface fishing down the other end this morning and into the afternoon. He had 2 small ones. I can't remember what he said now, like mid doubles. So he didn't do too bad. So I think they might have pushed up there in the day, possibly with the heat. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes over the next hour, and then I'll be back in the morning. Hopefully get one. There, languishing in the net, is a ghosty common scraper 20, I think. I've been resting for a little bit of time. I'm only here for a couple of hours, so I'm not going to put that rod back out. Right, what a battle. Again, had this, dropped the rods in 10 minutes before I got here.
10 minutes before you got there? Really? How's that possible?
Fuck's sake. Right, again, the same again. 10 minutes before I got here, dropped the rods in. The power of pre-baiting. And it went within 10 minutes. Give me an epic battle. Right hand rod this time. To the half a Tiger Nut Banafi boosted bottom bait with a yellow topper. So I've changed the right hand rod to a yellow topper as well, so the right hand rod's gone this time, because it was both the left hand rods before. Scraper 20, ghosty comment. Give me an absolute epic battle. It's a bit of time before I got to the rod, to be honest, and then it took me right down the right hand side, took me on some weed beds. Seems to be calm, this one. Look at that. Epic fish. Just one off the list. Right, it's the other side. There's a little shrimp there. Of some sort. Can you see, immaculate condition. Have a look at the ghosty head. What a fish. Well happy with this one. Let's get her back onto the next one. Calamity Kieran strikes again. So I pulled the cord in really gently, and I noticed that the back strap was undone. And then to my horror, I've lifted it up. There's nothing there. I don't know how the hell it's got out of there, even though that was undone, because the zip's not down. God knows. Wounded. Right guys, that's the end of this vlog. All in all, I think it's been successful. Considering there's probably only 40 carp in here ish. Just can't believe that one got out the sling. I don't know what happened because the zip was only that far undone, but I think I haven't done the top strap on the one side, and yeah, it's obviously got out. But yeah, never mind. But yeah, 3 takes, 3 fish in 2 and a bit days sessions is not too bad, so well happy with it. I'm on Hunters next week on the social with Paul and Josh, so hopefully we can get a few out for that. And the fish don't spawn, because I don't think they've spawned there yet, so hopefully they hold off. The weather has cooled down a little bit, so hopefully it stays like that and we'll be alright. And then I'll be back here again next weekend, actually, I think. So yeah, I'm going to put a load of bait in now, both the spots, and hopefully by next weekend that's all gone and it's playing overhead. They've been visiting the spot multiple times, and I'll just be doing the same tactic again. I might be putting a little bit more in than I have when I'm fishing, just because I wouldn't have been here for 8 days, so, and I'm not obviously not going to have a chance to come and put anything in, so I might put an extra couple of quarter scoops in, and then we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's going good at the minute, so as long as I can keep this spot going for a bit, hopefully we'll get a few more out. Spots do blow over time, so I might move around the lake after a few sessions on here, but at the minute this is where I'll be based. Now that's carpy, guys.